PGARA Speedway Park, and it is Points Championship weekend. And oh my goodness, Corey just saved himself. We're just going to intro in the weekend here, ladies and gentlemen, while the big rigs are out there practicing. Hopefully everything is going well with the stream here. We're just making sure everything's going to go well. I'm going to do a little intro here to the weekend, give you guys a little rundown of the points and everything, while the big rigs are out there practicing for their first practice of the day. And just want to make sure that the stream is gonna work out well. I'm gonna turn this truck volume down a little bit, I think. But welcome everybody. It's a beautiful day here in Prince George, British Columbia. Thank you for joining us with North American Big Rig Racing. I'm Jared Martin, and I'll be with you all weekend here at the track to keep you company while we watch some absolute big rig madness unfold throughout today and tomorrow. And at the end of it all, a champion will be crowned for 2025. But that's not all we're racing for this season, ladies and gentlemen. There's the added incentive to get into that top 5 for a chance to race at Colorado National Speedway against the top 5 trucks from American Big Rig Racing for the first ever Can-Am Big Rig Nationals on September 6th. So we're all very excited for that. Everybody's going to be wanting to get into that top 5 to get a chance to go down to Colorado. So it's going to be an absolutely epic weekend. So let's take a look at the standings and the battles to watch. So, bring up the points here for you guys. Here's the points as of right now, and let me just give you a little bit better look here. The big rigs coming in off 3 and 4. I don't have my cameraman here at the moment, but he will be back for qualifying. And qualifying should be about 6:30 or so. We shall see. But anyway, back to the points. There's the points on the left-hand side of your screen there. Brady Ripplinger in the 91 has a target on his back as he sits on top of the leaderboard with a 28-point lead over his father, Ripper, in that number 13. The Ripplingers are both running great all season. Not without adversity, though, but both have had their own days of glory so far this season. Ripper won the season opener at Mission Valley Super Oval in Montana in an insane photo finish with Ron Singer, where he won by 2 1/1000ths of a second. One of the most exciting comebacks and finishes of recent memory. Ripper, an almost 30-year NABRR veteran, is right where he always is, hunting for a championship. But also, in Montana, Brady would end up wrecking hard into the wall in the A-heat with the biggest wreck of the year so far. He would not only have to recover from being bruised and battered, but also work his butt off with lots of long hours and some help from a good team, a good family, and good friends, getting that number 91 back in racing order just a week after a major wreck at State Line Speedway. Then he swept the entire day at State Line Speedway. Fastest qualifier, A-heat win, main feature win. He looked fast, he looked contained, unfazed by the events that took place just a week earlier. A dominant performance, really, and one of the best stories so far this season. Brady has been the fastest qualifier 3 of 4 times this season, with a fresh 8V92 at the start of the year. The 91 truck has been a hot rod, and he's been absolutely wheeling it admirably. His driving in the corners has been awesome to watch, and he hasn't been scared to grip it and rip it on the outside. As you guys saw, many of these races, Brady is sending it on the outside, not scared to do that. The new engine has a lot of pep, and the truck has been handling like a dream, a feature that Brady prides himself on. Handling over horsepower. Well, it seems like he's got both of those things this year. Both the Ripplingers are making their presence felt in every race. Brady Ripplinger has had a few seasons finishing second in points, including last season. But the series president is fighting for his first ever NABRR championship. Meanwhile, Corey Ripper Ripplinger is looking to rewrite his name alone in the record books with his 4th championship. He is currently tied at 3 championships with the current 3rd place truck in Cole Wiesner in that number 11. Now Wiesner, as you just saw him rip by, he's ripping with Ripper out there right now. He's getting a little loose out there. Wiesner won his third championship just last season, and it was a dominant one. It seems Cole has dialed in the performance of the 11 truck with a new Cat C17 engine that he installed at the start of the season, swapping out his old 8V92. It took him some time and struggle during the first 2 races in June to figure out the tuning and performance of the new engine, but now in August, he's looking very fast, and he finds himself in contention for a championship, something he never thought possible in June. That number 11 truck has an enormous amount of power when it sticks. Mind you, Wiesner is pushing it right to the limit out there at all times, as Darren Berdal's going to join them out on the practice now. But yeah, it's quite a scene. Hearing the slight squeal of the tires through the turns as you watch him screaming onto the straights. With a second place finish in the main at South Sound Speedway in Washington and a main feature win 2 weeks ago in Idaho, the 11 looks like it's back stronger than ever. I like to call him Rollin' Cole Wiesner, and that's exactly what he's going to do this weekend. Our 2024 champ is not too far off what would be his own historic 4th championship, just 40 points back of Brady Ripplinger. Those top 3 definitely have the best chance at a championship this year, and it's going to be a must-see battle to the end. These 3 are going to go absolutely ham on each other. You know it's going to happen. Some scoring info to keep in mind. Qualifying fast will of course be a major incentive for them this weekend to secure the most points possible. Each slower qualifier gets 5 fewer points. Also, getting top 4 fastest means you're racing in the A heat, which gets an additional 10 points over B heat finishes. Then in the main event, it's back to high stakes, 5 points less per position. The faster you are, the more trucks you have to pass. It will be an insane battle between those 3 at the top. Every second, every race, you got to keep an eye on them. Now moving on, Gino Howe and Darren Berdal round out our current top 5, 3 points apart, and within reach of Wiesner, who is 53 and 56 points ahead of those 2. Currently in 4th, Gino Howe has been one of the faster trucks the majority of the season, and you can usually find him battling in the top half of the field in the main features. He has led a lot of laps in main events this year. He's also had some unlucky circumstances derail some of his performances. Still, his 2nd and 4th place finishes in main features this year proves he's an absolute warrior out there. He also had some great performances here last season at PGARA with an A-Heat 2nd place finish in an absolute photo finish with Cole Wiesner, and a main event win, both of those on day 1. So watch out for Howe and the heavy power of that 70 to be a serious threat here this weekend. Now, unfortunately, Gino Howe and hopefully, we're hoping for the main event. So they are unfortunately going to miss qualifying and the heats most likely, as they are on their way out here still. They had an engine to rebuild in that 71. But Ron Singer and Gino Howe should be here, hopefully, for the main event. Anyways, they will be racing tomorrow, for sure. Moving on, in 5th, Darren Berdal in that 00. Even though his truck has been fighting with back-end grip, he's acquired 3 third-place finishes in main events this year. He had some trouble early in the season trying to get that back end to stick on that yellow Peterbilt, and he even tried a strategy with super single tires. He kind of scrapped that though after June, and it looked like he found the grip he was looking for in Idaho 2 weeks ago. The 00, 91, and 11 all looked equally as fast in Idaho, and faster than the rest of the field. That puts him in a truck to watch, as the 25-year-plus veteran knows how to go fast and turn left with style and skill, as you see him passing by the front stretch here. He's been wheeling that 00 really well lately, so got to keep an eye on him. Looks like he's sticking pretty well out there too. He's fighting it a bit, but anyways, with all that being said, you really never know what can happen with some big rig mayhem, as you guys have seen this year. Every single truck looked fast at State Line Speedway in Idaho 2 weeks ago, and everyone is capable of great racing in this series, so The last 2 races have been some of the most competitive racing I think we've seen in the last several years. Moving on, Jager Berdahl, noticeably faster at as the team at DA Berdahl Racing made some minor improvements to the 26, and they also did a major refurbishing on the 05 of Dylan Swanstrom, kind of a Frankenstein monster of that 12 that wrecked last year, and it is a monster. Actually, they call it the weapon, the absolute weapon. And with Dylan Swanstrom behind the wheel, everyone better watch out because they have winning potential. Both are incredibly skilled drivers. The team has been working hard on those trucks. Along with some repair on the 26 after Jager got wrecked out in the main 2 weeks ago. Some side contact with Ripper in the 13. He's got that all fixed up though, and he's ready to go. So yeah, we'll have to be aware of the weapon of Swanstrom and the 26 of Jager Berdahl out there. They are the dark horses, in my opinion, to watch this weekend, and it really wouldn't surprise me to see either of them steal a win or two with a good performance. They will need a crazy last weekend push and maybe some help from Gino Howe or Darren Berdahl to sneak into that top 5, but it's not out of the question. But they sit about 80 to 90 points back of the last 2 spots for Colorado there. And after a difficult season for Ron Singer in the 71, he is going to be back this weekend in that 71. So he's had some engine issues this season and was unable to compete earlier in August. But he worked his butt off, and they're on their way up. So 71 and the 70 will be here tonight, hopefully for the main event. He had a really good weekend here last year, and on the last day he won both the heat and the feature races on day 2. So look out for the 71 to be battling for contention, and good luck and welcome back to Ronnie. With over 2 decades of experience in big rig racing, he's always ready to compete. And lastly, Mitchell Palin. Sorry, Mitchell Palin. Sorry guys, I really want to call it Palin, but it's Palin. Gotta drive that into my head. Anyway, Mitchell Palin, our rookie driver, started racing in the 22 truck for the first 2 races in August this year. The 2 races previous to this one. Palin has been looking more and more comfortable and faster in the first 2 events he's ever raced. He has kept out of trouble. He's ran some faster and competitive laps at State Line Speedway 2 weeks ago. It was really fun to watch him getting faster and faster in practice as he's really starting to figure it out there. So it will be cool to see what he's got in store for us as he looks to put an exclamation point on his rookie season. He's been having an absolute blast, and the series has had a pleasure welcoming him into the pack. We've seen his commitment and dedication firsthand, and he's been a great addition. He took home a 6th place finish at State Line. He'll start at the back every race, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him maybe even pass a few trucks if given the opportunity. And you should know by now that the faster trucks do start in the back, but with our reverse order start, but the fastest qualifiers will start just ahead of Palin's 22 for his rookie placement. Last year we had 2 full sweeps of a day by Cole Wiesner, and this season we've only had 1 clean sweep from Brady Ripplinger. To put it into perspective, it's 180 points for a clean sweep, which is at least 12 points more than a truck coming in second in everything. So there is potential for big swings and points this weekend. If someone absolutely pops off throughout the night, and if others ahead of them in the point struggle, it could be massive. Could be little swings of 15 to 20 points per night. That's definitely every night that happens. But it could be a serious flip upwards of 50 points or more. You just never know. But with all that being said, I'll keep you guys updated as much as I can on the points tonight and throughout the weekend. We'll try and keep it right updated for everybody. I'll be announcing all the qualifying, all the races, so I'll be here with you. And if you guys have any questions, of course, drop them in the comments. As we got some comments. I will get to these in a sec, guys. I'm just going to finish up my little spiel here. But yeah, it's going to be a hell of a finale to the Points Championship. Join us as we enjoy the first day of NABRR Points Championship weekend here at PGARA Speedway Park. And that's about it. Qualifying is going to start at 6 p.m., and that's all classes. There are 4 classes, including us, racing tonight, so we will be the last out of 4, as per usual. So I'm thinking probably it'll be about 6:30, 6:40, somewhere in there. Pacific time, of course. So make sure you guys check your, make sure you're not missing it if you're in a different time zone. 6:30 Pacific time. It's probably about then is when we're going to be live for the qualifying. Hope the stream is running well here. It seems like we're doing okay and everything's going to be smooth, hopefully. We are running off Starlink. I don't know exactly how reliable it's going to be. Hoping it's going to be good. It's a little bit away from where I'm set up, and we are running Wi-Fi with it. So I'm hoping everything's going to be good for us tonight. But yeah, that's about it. As maybe I'll just follow along with Darren Berdahl here, as he's the last one out there. I'm sure they're going to be popping off the track here right away, though. But it's going to be a great weekend, guys, so make sure you guys don't miss it. With that added incentive of that top 5 is going to make everybody very competitive out there. Not really sure what Darren's doing out there. He's just kind of... Oh, here he goes. But it is a beautiful day, as you can see in PGARA. Prince George. Barely any clouds in sight. Ooh, a little bit loose. Yeah, he might be fighting back end grip again here tonight. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I forgot the points was up there. We had a little bit of a following on him. Anyways, guys, let me get to some comments here before we pop off. Go Dylan, says Cindy Thurston McBride. This is Jesse. Oh, awesome. On Grandma's phone. Nice. Go number 5, the weapon. Oh, it's a weapon out there. I got some big faith in him tonight. I think he might surprise some people. Get himself up a little bit in that point standing there. Let's see what else we got. Darren for the win, says Morgan Berdahl. Darren, he's been there this year. That 00 is fast, and I mean, with the veteran skill of Darren Berdahl, you never know what he can throw down for us this weekend. I mean, he does have a shot. If it, 96 points back, he's got to put together an absolutely amazing weekend. And the top 3 are going to have to struggle a little bit for him to get the championship. But I mean, with a nice, decent run this weekend, he should hold on to that number 5 spot at least. So definitely be looking out for him. Jag 26 for the win, also, says Morgan. Good luck to all the drivers. Awesome. Jack says, "Let's go, Dad." Jamie, good to see you. Jax, I'll make sure I let him know. Grandma says, "Let's go, Cole." We got some Cole fans out here. Rolling Cole Wiesner. That's what I like to call him. I'm going to try and make that nickname stick. It only fits, especially with that new cat engine. Double deuce. Yeah, the double deuce. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what Mitch can do tonight. I mean, he was looking really good in state line. He was running up with the pack. So it'll be interesting. Go Dylan go, says Rachel. I like all the trucks racing, as do we all, Brady. Whose son? Let's go, Cole. That's Cole's mom. Lots of Cole fans. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end the stream. Hopefully everything went well. Obviously, I'm going to review this, but it looks like we're having a nice, clean stream here. So like I said earlier, we will be back probably at about 6:30 Pacific time. So that's an hour and a half-ish from now. So in about an hour and a half, we should be back live with qualifying, with the hot laps of the big rigs for the first day of Points Championship weekend here in Prince George, British Columbia at PGARA Speedway. Thank you guys for joining me with a little bit of an introduction and a little bit of a rundown with the points. And cheers to you all. I will see you guys in about an hour and a half for qualifying. Have a great evening, and hope to see you in all the streams tonight. Bye-bye for now.